liver blockage, the 12 key signs. You see, the liver is an organ that is so wonderful in that even when you cut 90% off, it can regrow. It's a powerful organ, but it also determines the quality of life and quality of health of individual. Unfortunately, so many people, if you have 4 people, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 may have liver problem in the form of inflamed liver or fatty liver or any form of liver issues. The liver is involved in over 500 functions every single day, and it produces a very, very important, I would call that detergent. It's called bile. Bile is a wonderful fluid that actually controls a lot of things in the body, produced by this liver. We can compare bile to the detergent in the kitchen, that it breaks down the fat and to absorb the fat soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. And we know vitamin A is so important for vision, immune system. Vitamin D has numerous functions, not only bone but our brain, our heart. Vitamin E is so important to protect your heart, your arteries, and your nerve. Vitamin K is so important to move calcium into your bones. So we know that the bile is so important. Bile is so important to regulate cholesterol. It's a natural body cholesterol regulator. So if your liver doesn't produce enough, cholesterol cannot be regulated. Through the bile that we flush out toxins, the poisons from the food and environment and the medicines we take. Unfortunately, after age 40 years of age, our liver, kidneys, they start weakening naturally. It's not genetics. And so weakened liver means that slower bile production. And if you have diabetes or you drink alcohol or you eat poorly, then it gets worse. And also chronic stress. And then so the question is that what really causes the blockage? 70% of the blockage is caused by gallstones or by sludge. What is it? How does it come about? These gallstones. You see, the liver produces bile. And as I said initially, the bile regulates cholesterol. So if a liver is weakened and it doesn't produce enough bile, cholesterol cannot be regulated. Cholesterol will get hardened. It builds up, it gets hardened, and it forms that gallstones. It is the most common form of gallstones. But the same bile can get thickened. It's called bile sludge. It thickens and it becomes muddy bile. And that can block the bile duct. This is the duct which connects the bile, the liver, from the liver into your intestines for bile to flow there to do its job. But bile sludge or gallstones, through low production of bile, which gallstones form because of hardened cholesterol, can block the bile duct and cause horrible pain, and people go ahead to remove the gallbladder. But gallbladder should never be removed because you can increase the bile and flush out the stones and keep your liver, and keep the gallbladder intact and keep your liver in good health as well. 70% of liver blockage is caused by gallstones, as I mentioned, but tumors, scarring because of inflammation can scar the gut, the bile duct. Infections and surgery can cause injury to the bile duct. But what are the signs? Early signs are unexplained tiredness. All the time you are tired despite the rest, because our energy depends on the liver. You have constipation because bile flow is slow. If your bile flow is slow, it can lubricate your intestines to have bowel movement. So you constipate despite the fact that you eat vegetables. Sign number 2, you feel nauseated, especially after eating fatty meals because bile is less and it cannot break down the fat well, so you feel nauseated. Sign number 4, you have mild discomfort in the right side under your rib cage. Is on and off. The middle signs are fevers. You get fever on and off because your immune system is down. And then you also have dark urine because there's a trapped bile escaping through the kidneys. And then you may have pale or clay colored stools because the bile no longer reaching the intestines. You may also experience itchy skin because you have bile salt building up under your skin. The list signs that are the yellow skin and then the yellow eyes. It means bile floating in your blood stream. Your liver cannot catch up to get rid of it through your stool. You may also experience very severe pain because there's almost complete blockage of the bile duct by the gallstones or by sludge, and that's where the people are rushed to the hospital to have their gallbladder removed. And the 11th sign is persistent vomiting because your body is slowly shutting down. And then the 12th one is the last stage. You have a buildup of fluid in your belly and then in your legs. In your belly is called ascites. This is the end stage of a liver disease. Beloveds, don't wait to get to this point. That's why naturally we created the formulation called Live Good Care. It has several herbs taking care of any kind of liver problem: fatty liver, hepatitis, fibrosis, it means scarring, and even the end stage of liver disease. And you can use it to maintain yourself if you have healthy liver. If you have any other disease and you reach out to me, diabetes, arthritis, whatever, it could be you. Share this number. If you're calling outside the UK, it's +44 738 464 7300. If you know what I'm doing, you want to support it, go to my YouTube channel, be part of history and the mission, and put in Dr. James when you go to YouTube, Dr. James Natural, and subscribe. Be part of it.